Hmm.
However, there's nothing I can say to stop you out of directing your containing mode.
Hmm. Heard something.
Arrested and relocated to
Perhaps
designated
when you
on
arrive, we could continue.
Safety is the primary concern.
I see.
Especially in the
Then
wake
I
of the
will
August
personally
incident,
oversee the
where millions of
preparations.
people
My
lost
mistake.
their
Your
lives
vault
due
will
to
be preloaded
malfunctioning
for your
augmentation.
arrival. Thank you, sir. And goodbye.
The world, and many of the protests have
Damn
turned
it.
violent. This escalation in the violence and rhetoric has only widened the gap and polarized the dialogue. We will be watching the UN closely for any breakthroughs. This is Eliza reporting to you live from Picus.
Maybe a bad person. You got this. Ashanti. For all you need to get through the day. Ashanti.
In yet another augmented terror, aboard Sister Airlines Flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from flashbacks to the August. That horrible day 2 years ago when augmented people all over the world flew into a I cannot speak for you folks, but terrifying memories of that day still haunt me. It will certainly be a while before any of us forget it. This is Eliza Casson, reporting to you live from Picus.
These are the greatest concerns of the digital age, and we at Palisade Property Bank have made addressing those concerns a priority. Information archived anonymity. Palisade Bank Corporation is now and forever will be the best secure corporate archiving company in the world.
Around the clock, around the world. Picus, always watching as Cyberspace-set train station. I do not need to remind you folks that this is the third such attack to strike Prague in 6 months. All of them occurring after Dr. Talis Rucker, leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence in the neighboring Udalek complex. Dr. Rucker claims his organization is peaceful and has turned against them. But with the United Nations set to debate the Human Restoration Act in the next weeks, Dr. Machito is doomed. Your death is as good as mine. This is Eliza Cassell, reporting to you live from Picus. Picus News, the global leader in fair, unbiased
shops and the office, wine and dines all over the world. Oh, and have a few building in the bank. Well, wouldn't mind the building.
And we at Palisade Palisade Bank Corporation is now and forever will be the best secure corporate archive in the world.
I do not need to remind you folks that this is the third such attack to strike Prague in 6 months. All of them occurring after Dr. Talis Rucker, leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence. Dr. Rucker claims his organization is peaceful and merely seeks to ensure the rights of the augmented.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Packed combat drones attacked St. Petersburg. Causing several Fortune 500 companies to go bankrupt. Between you and me, folks, the Collective is one of the most dangerous criminal organizations in the world, despite whatever phrases the underground media wants to sing.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Ariel is constantly bringing you the best and latest technology. Our portable data solutions have massive storage capacity, flexible storage.
Access granted.
Got this. Ashanti Entertainment. For all you need to get through this. Ashanti.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Another augmented terror attack. 251 passengers aboard system. Flight 451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Psychotic killing spree, causing the greatest loss of life. It will certainly be a while before any of us forget it. This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live. Don't like it. Exclusivity.
Anonymity. These are the greatest concerns of the digital age. And we at Palisade Property Bank have
Anomaly detected.
priority.
Trace program initiated.
Archived in the walls of Palisade Property Bank. It's beyond the government. Palisade Bank Corporation is now and
Access
forever will be
granted.
the best secure corporate archiving company in the world.
Around the clock, around the world. Hyperspace. Always watching, because you are always watching. Turning now to Prague, a city still reeling in the wake of a devastating terror attack. Dozens were killed. To remind you folks that this is the third such attack to strike Prague in 6 months. All of them occurring after Dr. Talis Rucker, leader of the Augmented Rights Coalition, took up residence in the neighboring Udalan complex. Dr. Rucker claims his organization is peaceful and merely seeks to ensure the rights of the augmented in a world that has turned against them. But with the United Nations set to debate the Human Rights This is Eliza Kassan, reporting to you live from Pike. causing several Fortune 500.
think I heard something. Cover my coat.
No entry here, sir.
Sir?
Can't defend against that kind of team.
Don't do anything suspicious.
Feels like everyone is paranoid. Do the Jinn still believe what's being told them, or don't they? We need to know.
Adam, I'm Delaro Zen. I appreciate you coming in to speak with me, and... Well, I know you're probably getting this from everyone today, but I need to ask. Are you okay? I've seen footage from the train station, but being there must have...
Is that what this is about?
No, that was sympathy. This is a standard agent health interview to determine combat readiness. Here, I got you this from the dispensary.
You got me neuropazine? Look, Doc, I was caught off guard by a terrorist attack. Might have knocked some things out of whack, but it doesn't mean my body's gonna start rejecting my augments.
True, but traumatic experiences can kick a hornet's nest into the immune system. In patients with neuroprosthetics...
Would you believe me if I told you my body doesn't reject mechanical implants?
No. But my policy is for straight talk only in the room, so if you want me to believe that you're some kind of medical miracle, I guess I'll have to go with it. Please, have a seat. I've been looking over your file. There's some very interesting history here. Mind if we take a trip down memory lane?
Is this gonna take long?
It says here that you were with Detroit SWAT, but left in 26 to head up Seraph Industries' security division. David Seraph was at the center of America's augmentation debate.
Are you asking me or telling me?
Which would you prefer? Not everyone's as familiar with U.S. history as you Americans would like to believe, you know.
Where are you from, Doc?
We're discussing your file, remember? So, it was David Seraph who had you augmented after anti-aug extremists attacked the company?
I may not have chosen to be augmented, Doctor, but I'm alive today because of it.
And living in a world where people fear and hate the augmented. You know, in the eyes of society, you've become the enemy, Adam. Which actually leads me to my next question. So far, no one's claimed responsibility for the attack at Rizika. But with the human restoration vote coming, well, it's no secret Prague has become the symbol of legalized augmented oppression.
And the Augmented Rights Coalition is camped at its back door, trying to expose and resist it.
Most of the world thinks of them as terrorists. Augmented terrorists. If it turns out they are guilty, well, being augmented yourself...
How am I gonna feel? Doesn't matter what I think about it, Doc. I got a job to do. I'm here to prevent further bloodshed, which is exactly what I intend to do.
I hope that you can. Listen, Adam, I know these kinds of conversations are a pretty major pain in the ass. I really do appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today. Thanks.
You mean I had a choice?
No, but the sentiment remains. I'll let the director know that I'm officially clearing you for the field.
Well, it's probably best if I get back to work, Doc. I'll see you around. Miller, we still going to Gotham City?
You are. Meet me at Kopecki's puppet shop. Your pilot's en route. I'll brief you there.
Copy that.
Terrible for his wife.
All the data I have.
I'm sorry, that tracking number is not valid. Like I said, your phone message was completely muffled. Couldn't you just look in your records? Yes.
Hello?
Irresponsible journalism, it can be. Underground websites and radio stations continue to praise the Juggernaut Collective, an elusive vigilante
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
So what happened yesterday? Things are getting worse. I can't... Look, I gotta go. I'll call you later.
Problems?
Nothing I can't handle. We're just waiting on chicane.
So tell me about this new lead then. The Intellicam footage.
State police dropped it off this morning, badly corrupted. But Cheng worked his magic and managed to recover some images. They show an org in a yellow hoodie, dropping bags where each bomb went off.
You ran facial recognition? You got an ID?
Couldn't see his face. But the bags are the same ones used by Talis Rucker and his aid workers in the Utilet complex.
That's a stretch.
3 bombings in Prague in 6 months, Jensen. All of them after the leader of ARC took up residence in that ghetto. Rucker needs to answer for these attacks. Here's chicane now.
Am I late? Are you too early?
You're right on time. Agent Jensen was just agreeing that we need to bring Rucker in.
Quick snatch and grab. Should be easy enough.
So we've already decided he's guilty?
We just need to talk to him on our terms, not when he's surrounded by fanatics. Getting into Gollum isn't the problem. Reaching Rucker is. Ark territory is fiercely defended. No one sets foot in there.
Not even the state police.
They can't.
Rucker wasn't forced into Golem City. He bought his way in.
Blackmailed would be more apt. He threatened to go public with evidence of a humanitarian crisis. One that the United Nations Security Council had swept under the rug.
Got them to force the Czech government to hand over part of the Utelek complex to him. A little bit of hush real estate, so to speak.
He stays quiet and guarantees safety for himself and his followers. Smart. So how do I get in?
I've made a deal with an Ark prospect named Tibor Sokol. Promised to get his family out of the complex, so long as he gets you past Ark's checkpoints.
You trust him?
We have to. It's that or nothing. Sokol will meet you at an apartment in the housing district. Number 237. Any questions?
You ask me. Rucker sounds more like a savvy politician than a terrorist.
These days, the lines tend to be blurred.
But Rucker was a highly respected doctor, with no military training. What am I missing here?
Rucker is a man of deeply held convictions, with an unshakable belief in his own righteousness. Doesn't take much to push a man like that to terrorism.
Man's a zealot.
He's a suspect. Just bring him in.
You really believe Ark is responsible for these attacks? For all of them?
Ark has had the means, motive, and opportunity every time.
Even Dubai? Rucker and the Coalition are still confined to Golem City. They have a heavy police presence keeping an eye on them.
Golem isn't a concentration camp. You grease the right palms, you can get the papers you need to come and go.
I find that hard to believe.
So get me the evidence to prove otherwise. Get to tell us, Rucker, and bring him in, Agent.
Let's get this over with.
Let me know when you've got Rucker.
Goddamn, Jensen. Every time I look at you, I can't believe the amount of jewelry you've got on. Tell me, how's that aftermarket shit working out for you?
Never better. Maybe you should reconsider. What with that limp?
No. I like my limp. Keeps me honest. You ready to light out?
Let's do this.
Good. Strap in.
But still we have no answers. No one has yet claimed responsibility. Dr. Talos Rucker, the leader of ARC, posted a letter condemning the attack. Sources close to the investigation, however, tell me that Rucker and ARC may be behind it after all. I don't know about you folks, but with the upcoming...
Interesting pre-game ritual you've got there. You getting pissed enough to end this guy yet?
I got a no-kill order.
Is that right? Would have thought he'd done enough to warrant extreme prejudice.
How far out are we?
Coming up on it now. Not many spots I can set her down. You got a preference?
Get as close to the ground as you can. I'll take it from there.
Whatever you say, boss. Jensen, still got all your parts together?
I'm fine. How close did you get me to our contact's location? Housing Unit 237.
Jesus, Jensen. I didn't put you on his doorstep. Residential sector should be just ahead of you. Me, I'm gonna switch to autopilot, have a coffee. Let me know if things get interesting.